All right, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been years, but I was like, you know what, 2026, I want to post more, and that is exactly what I'm doing this year. So, a lot of you remember me from my dear husband videos, and I just want to let you know I got married. So, one of the things we will be doing is going back and to dissect those videos and then see how my husband feel about them. But like I said, I got married in 2024, and you guys can actually follow our couple page, Destination George 2024. George with a silent S at the end. It's a cultural thing. Don't ask me. Don't argue either, because some people try to argue with me about it. But anywho, let's get into today's video. This is my first video of 2026 and my first video in years. So I am excited about it. So I am a teacher, if some of you remember, and if you guys are here for the first time, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you'll be seeing more of me. But anywho, so today's video is brought to you by Reddit sub topic teachers. And this post, see, trying to find the username. Well, I can't find the user's name, but basically they were saying that they wanted to hear your most embarrassing teacher stories. And so I read these from time to time, being a teacher myself, some of these I can relate to. But this is raw reaction. I'll just be going through it. And let's see. So this user said, "Oh no, that's dirty. I I farted and let another kid take the blame." That is so wrong. Hold on, I gotta look at the replies to this, because this is, somebody said seriously, and he said, "I don't regret anything." Every time I look at a kid's, y'all may hear my fur baby over there, but every time I look at the kid closest to me and make a face and don't say anything, and the other kids will blame them. Wow. Okay, moving on. That's just so dirty. On so many levels, why do the kids like that? All right, so this person has 3 stories and 1 comment. They're the top 3, they said. And it says, "I was responsible for music at whole school assemblies, 500 plus kids and staff. For some reason, the national anthem music didn't play one day. So I told everyone to wait and ran to my class to get my guitar. This is pre-Bluetooth speaker and easy ways to do things." Okay, so they must be old. "I came back with the guitar, but in my haste, I tripped over the doorway to the hall right by the stage. So in full view of everyone, I spiraled out, about to fall. I caught myself, stumbled, and crashed into another teacher in their chair, and I had to wait for a while for all the laughter to stop before we sang the national anthem, with me playing the guitar and wishing that there was a hole I could sink into." That's so embarrassing. That really is. And they fell into the teacher, and everybody's laughing. Like, think about it, like 500, like, kids are mean. Kids are so mean. Their story number 2. Parent-teacher interviews ended after dark one evening, and we were given a big meal as staff afterwards. I felt very full after eating and was happy to be going home. I stopped at the fuel station on the way home, and the attendant greeted me by name with a huge smile. Sorry. I had a moment. I was processing. Okay, so the attendant at the fuel station, okay, greeted them with a huge, by name, with a huge smile. I realized I still had my badge on, because I was about to say, how did they know his name? Okay, I realized I still had my badge on. When I got home, I realized that's not why they were smiling, because I felt full after eating. I unbuttoned my pants and I undid my button and zipper of my pants for room when I got in my car to go home. So at the fuel station, they saw my black top, my black pants, my white shoes, and a triangle of white on my underwear, proudly saying hi. Oh no. That's not necessarily a teacher moment though. But no. I remember I had this thing, and again, it's not a teacher moment, but I remember I was young and I was in church and we had on, the real fluffy Cinderella dresses, and I went to the bathroom and my dress was tucked into my stockings in the back. I remember that. Mm, but I was a child. And somebody quickly fixed it, trust me. But the last story from this poster and said, I was a very good kid and very sheltered as a student teacher. I accomplished a class on school camp. Accomplished a class on school camp. Okay. Not sure exactly what that means. But once the kids were in bed, so I guess they were like a camp counselor, I'm guessing. But anyway, once the kids were in bed, the parents and teachers hung out together. Why are the parents at the camp though? I'm not understanding. Okay. But the parents and teachers hung out together. Someone produced a bottle of wine and I had a glass. It's over here now. And I had a glass, my first glass of wine. I'd only ever had sips before. Oh, very sheltered. Well, I need to know how old though. They were a student teacher, so this is like early college, maybe. College age. It's like early 20s, maybe. Okay, but anyway, let's get it. So thankfully, let me back up. My bad. I went too far. So my first glass of wine, I had only had sips before. I liked it, so I poured myself another one, then another, then another. Oh no, this is gonna go bad. Thankfully, I didn't do anything else stupid, but I remember being really confused why everyone was looking at me funny and treated me differently from then on afterwards. Well, you probably did do something stupid if they treated you differently. I need to hear the parents and the staff's point of view. I had some. I need to know that. That's what I need to know. Okay. All right, next story. I think the worst thing I ever did to my ego was walking quickly around the desk towards the whiteboard and just completely wiping out. I went down on one knee and I really hurt myself bad. The kids, ninth grader, oh gosh, ninth graders are so brutal. I hate it. I hated high school. Every class I had to teach high school, I hated it. They are so brutal. Middle school as well. But anyway, the kids, ninth graders, gasped and kept asking if I was okay, but I couldn't believe no one laughed. That's so nice. I was thinking it was going to go the other way around, but they didn't laugh. That's sweet. So he had a sweet class. And somebody commented, OP actually commented and said, that gives me, so I guess OP's username is deleted with the brackets around it. Okay. But that gives me a teensy bit of faith in today's youth. Good for them. Yes, because I was like, surely they just tortured this man about this fall, or woman, because it doesn't say. All right, so once a very quiet and shy sixth grader was messing around in class, crumbling up a piece of paper and threw it at his friends like a ball. And I caught him. Because he's so shy and quiet, I didn't yell at him or scold him. Instead, I just jokingly said, oh no, Timmy, sorry. Oh no, Timmy, is this how it starts? Are you going to turn into a baddie, skip class nets, and then drop out and do drugs and be homeless? You can lose your job for that. Which was so ridiculous and funny because he was such a good kid that everyone laughed and moved on with their work. I was about to say, here we go. I knew you could get in trouble with that. But 2 days later, I get an email from administration concerning an angry parent who says I called her child a gang member, accused him of doing drugs and told him he was going to become homeless and that he came home in tears. I had to go to a freaking parent meeting and both parents, admin, and the student just so I could explain that I was joking. Like, that's no way to joke though. Like, so seriously, like, joke smiles aside, no way to joke at all. Yeah, so what you mean you had to go to a meeting just to explain? You shouldn't have said it. I'm just saying. But anywho, I learned an important lesson that day, that that's not every kid at that age has developed the understanding of sarcasm or joke. No, you didn't learn a lesson. You didn't learn the lesson at all. So embarrassing. So Andrew Still the Legend actually replied, and he said, I think the better lesson, yes, Andrew Still the Legend, exactly. I think the better lesson is to not joke about drugs or being homeless with kids. For some of them, this is too real. Exactly. Let me see, who was that? The Queen Moki, exactly. The Queen Moki don't play like that. That you can get in trouble for that. Like, I realized I was smiling, but I was smiling out of secondhand embarrassment. But also for, like, that was uncalled for. That was wrong. The comment, today I started my period. You a teacher and you just not starting your period? This has to be a student that's on the wrong feed. But anyway, I'll finish it. Today I started my period and I bled through my pants. Luckily, I live 6 minutes away, so it was a quick trip home to change while my co-teacher handled the class. No. How are you at this big grown age and you just... I'm slow. I'm thinking like started as in the first time, but no, like it came on today, started. Sorry, I had to process that. Not too much in the comments. Not too much. Anyway, let's get back to it. So, perspective changed now. I get it now. So, also luckily that it happened on a day that I have a co-teacher. I'm going to pack a change of clothes in case of emergency. So, now that I got the perspective and the understanding right now, yes, I actually I'm fortunate enough to have an office. But I actually keep an extra pair of change of clothes in my office. I also keep an extra pair in my trunk because I have like this. I have an SUV, but I have a little compartment that I can flip up and put things in. So yeah, I got an extra pair of clothes in there. So yeah, I'm so sorry that happened though. And you bled through your pants. I need more details though. Like, was this just who noticed it? Was it the co-teacher? Or was it one of the kids? Like, I need to know. But anywho, so this will be the last one though. And this one is from educational underscore spirit 42. And it says, 5th grade class, sitting on a stool talking with the whole class. A few girls are giggling and it wasn't stopping. I sternly told them how rude it was, blah, blah, blah. They didn't stop. Went home, and when I changed clothes, I noticed my leggings were inside out. These leggings had white pearls. These leggings had white pearls or crotch. Had white panel or crotch. Okay. So it's like stocking kind of lead, I guess. Like, okay. And it was outside. It was outside all day. I knew that they were laughing. All right. Well, I'm out. I'm done for today, guys. It's been real. Like, this was fun. I love reading, and I love, funny things. So we'll do some other topics, subtopics at some point. But again, I thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I do hope that you guys have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.